All right, all right, all right, all right. Sister Deborah, I know I'm a whole hour behind. I said I was going to be on here at 7 p.m. And you know what? I tried very hard to make it here. I tried very hard. But I thank the Most High for being here today. Here it is, 7:57. And I will say, I made it. Late, but I made it. Okay, okay, okay. Here I am. Uh, Again, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say, this is a lovely day, evening, in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall rest therein. You know what? It is so important to know where you stand in this day and time. It is so important that we search ourselves. I mean, I ain't talking about the basic searching. I'm talking about the deepness of who we are. We need to really do a thorough search of ourselves today. And I'm going to wait for a few minutes and wait until I see a few more people come in, but I'm going to be just talking, mumble jumbo. But yeah, we need to really search ourselves today and really see where along the line are we walking in back of Yah. We ain't got no business being on the side of them. We ain't got no business being in front of them. But hello, sister, my sister, truly my sister. Welcome to the live chat. But I just thank the Most High for allowing me to walk behind Him. And believe it or not, I am at a distance because no one should even desire to walk that close to Yah. We should just desire to be in the presence of the back of Him. Let knowns. We don't need to be walking ahead of Him, on the side of Him, in front of Him. We need to be walking behind Him. Okay. Hallelujah. All right. We really do. We need to be walking behind Him. Because when you're walking behind, if He say go right, you can go right. If He say go left, you can go left. But if you all up on Him, or you walking on the side of Him or in front of Him, you really can't pay attention to when He says, or His movements to say go left, go right. So being behind Him at a distance lets you see Him, because that's how His glory is. I mean, you can see Him at a distance. That's just who He is. Okay. We're going to cover a lot of topics. And I say we because I want you to also, those that are coming and those that are in the chat, the live chat, we're just going to talk today. There is so much going on in the minds of the people and how everyone is reacting when they get a little money. And I can understand. I really can. It's been a while since they have had a little something to do a little something with. But I just thank the Most High that He allowed them to have some sort of relief. Did you see that? Do you see that, sister? Always in front of them. You see? Because the front lets you know He's a leader. He will lead you. He will guide you. He will direct you. You see? So exactly, you're right. The pillow, the cloud, always, not just in what one might say the Old Testament, but even in the New Testament, it was always something to lead the people, even to today. Hello, sister. I'm glad you're joining us here. We just talking. I'm sorry, I'm late. Please don't beat me. I'm sorry, I'm late. But I was trying to get here so that I can make sure I come on, because it's just so much we can talk about. It is so much we can talk about. Um, right now, I'm gonna tell you something, and you all are looking at me, and I'm smiling, and it seems like I'm bright, Um, Around about now, my spirit is heavy. I mean, heavy, heavy, heavy. Normally, when it's like this here, like I'm feeling it, it's something's happening, and it's a lot of times it can be something's going on in my family, and if I feel really heavy, but I'm going to trust that the Most High, as always, is the comforter. So whatever that situation is going on now that's causing my spirit to be heavy, I know the Most High shall and will see it through. Yes. Okay, so I was going to say in the chat, the live chat, we're just talking, and we want to talk about a lot of things. Just talk about. It's just so much we can talk about today, and it's so much we can cover. It's just so much going on. It is. It's just so many things are going on. But I know a lot of people will confuse uh, receiving funds, and they don't hear a lot of the vaccine, they hear a lot about that, but they don't hear a lot about people having the virus and so on, because right now they have met their goal. And right now, they people are freely running to take the vaccine, the V. I'm gonna call it the V because I just hear everybody else saying it. So I'm gonna call it that. Everybody. I mean, you should not everybody. People are out everywhere I go. They in line to take at the Walgreens parking lot, at the grocery store parking lot. People are just in line to just volunteer. We need to search the scriptures, and we need to really tag in where does this fit. I think it's coming out of Revelation. I'm gonna be honest with you, and sisters in the chat, in the live chat, let's touch base on that. Let's touch base on where what we're about to talk about. Where is it coming from? What end? Charles told me to I need to just sit down and read in Revelation until I get it. It's somewhere in Revelation about this V being successful because of something the Most High Yah also have willed. I don't, and I can't pinpoint it, but it's something. It feels like it. I can't say 100. I'm saying like 40%. It feels like this vaccine and what it's about to do it's a piece somewhere in Revelation that we are bypassing and missing. And it could be he's not ready for us to receive it. Do anyone in the live chat, do you see anywhere in Revelation, or have you read in Revelation where we are at right now? Revelation 13? Okay. So you think it's in there? Good. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. Is it a certain verse, or do you think it's just covering it? Or do you have a certain verse out of 13, or is it just going to cover 13? That'll be see, that's going to be my nighttime snack. Revelation 13. That's going to be my nighttime snack. I'm going to snack on that. Yes, ma'am. Because I heard Josh, he said he spoke about the horses. Is that in Revelation 13? I'm not sure. But Josh, I think he was covering the horses and said that is connected to the V. So, but I don't know because I read about the horse and I did. I'm gonna be honest, I got kind of a feel, but I haven't got the fullness. Okay. Okay, you said the horses are in Zacharias. Oh, but the horses are in Revelation too. You remember the red, the white, and the black? Okay, just cover 13. Okay. Yes, it's in Revelation as well. So I'm gonna cover that. That's gonna be my nighttime snack. And I'm gonna read it and read it and read it till I can't read it no more. Cause somewhere, and really honestly, sisters, y'all probably say I'm just losing my mind. Do y'all know that it's probably already invested in me? It's just that I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm gonna see what he already shown me. And I've spoken it to several people, and I kind of felt I felt bad because when you speak into darkness, you speaking, how would I say, to yourself. You know, when you speaking to people who are in the dark, you speaking to yourself. And I'm gonna give you a clip of what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that I'm afraid, and I am afraid, and y'all know that I am, and that is everybody that takes the testing and the V, there is going to be something that's going to trigger those people to go after the people. See, let me explain something to you all. Maybe you all can help me here too. I want y'all to help me here. Just remember that. Sorry. What do you, I don't understand. Yes, remember that. Sorry. Be so good. Thank you, babe. Yeah. Yes, it is a part of the mark. You are right, sister. You're right. But that's the thing. You're right. The mark of the beast is the spiritual and physical. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Exactly. Exactly. First is the spiritual, always. But you couldn't tell people on this platform that they think it's what they can see and believe. See, spiritual is what you can't see, but yet believe. That's what happened to Abraham, how he was counted righteous. It wasn't what he was believing, what he was seeing to believe. It's because he believed just what y'all was saying. So, and he was counted. You are so right. Now, everything you said about that beast and all that is 100. Yep. And that's what I'm afraid of. I believe that, and I think it's something in me that feels bad and making me feel sad because it's like you're saying, sister. It's just a little bit deeper, but it's like you're saying, knowing. I guess if I didn't have these children connected to me, then maybe I wouldn't be scared. Do that make sense? Because see, long as they're connected to me, I'm more so worried about them. But if it was just me, hey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's when I see my youngest son and how he love on me and I'm his mother no matter what. And just knowing that my sons, them, how they care for me and my daughters do too. But I'm just saying the way they treat me and everything. I feel so sad for them. Yes. Do I tell them everything that I'm telling you all on these platforms? Yes, I do. But it's just something but you know what I always say? I said, Father, these are who you given me. And what I do every time I pray, save them, sanctify them, fill them up with your spirit. Let them know that you are the most high Yah. Father, let it not be a mother's cry for her children, but let it, if it is thy will. But I believe that all of us are going to be tried by that V and the test. Because see, I think when he was revealing to me about the testing, he told me that was the beginning of the mark. So I knew that the testing was what it was. And this is the strangest things, women. April of last year, I think it was, I've been hollering on this devil platform about don't take the test. That's the mark. Don't take the test, y'all. It's biochemicals on those Q-tips. No one believed me. But these Negro men who call themselves Hebrew Israelites, that's all on this devil platform, as long as they got a female white doctor sitting there telling them the same thing that I've been saying since April. And when I see that, then it lets me know that they're not who they're supposed to be. Because y'all never wanted us to hear from the world. He got his own. He put his own in the midst of you. And he said either they're going to hear you or they can hear the world. But it's going to show you exactly who they stand for. That's what's deep. See, Yah is about his word, and his word is about who it is about him. You see? And a lot of them don't understand that when they bypass what I'm saying, and they would accept all the Caucasian doctors and female doctors, they can hear them, they'll listen to them, and they'll show you videos, these female doctors and all of them talking, telling you and warning you. But when the prophetess come, you need to shut up. Get in the corner. Shut your mouth, women. You see, it's something wrong with them. It's something wrong with them. And y'all know that it is. And he's freely letting them conduct themselves like that because he said, Deborah, don't get uptight. He said, if you got to get upset about this, you need to go back and read. And what he mean is read what the prophetess and the prophets back in the days had to go through. I son them as well. All my male prophets were murdered. You see? So he knows that, not all of them, but the majority of them. So he knows that the rejection that people have for those that he sent. Now, they would have received every doctor, female doctors on these platforms, and then they show you a video. And our women and men they don't even comprehend that. They don't comprehend. Why are they telling our women to shut up and they're not supposed to speak, but they can hear everything come out of a white woman's mouth? It's deep to me. And then they'll bring her to you and show you what she said. See, they said that they did this and they doing it. But wait a minute. Have you heard from Yahs and those that he sent? And that's why there can't be unity amongst the people, because the men keep tripping over their own foot. Okay? They constantly tripping. And they're not accomplishing anything, because when they keep tripping over their own foot, guess what happened? Our feet, they stumble. Then they're right back at it again. Trip again, stumble. Because they don't want to accept the people that Yah has made up his body. Christ being the head, he has a body. Meaning all parts that you need. If you need healing, go to the body. I got healers in the body. You need to hear what is about to happen. Go to my prophets and my prophetess. I done let them know. They'll tell you. See, they don't want that because they want to rule. They want the position. And it seems like I'm always bashing men, but guess what? That's one of the lost mindset everybody on this devil platform has, is because they do not understand that biblical, from the beginning of it to the end, is charging and after men, just constantly telling them. Not woman, but men. Even when he came down to this curse over here, he said for fathers, not for mothers. We don't understand. We are moving into a period of great trial. Now, yep, yes, and Yep, you're right. You're right. And we're going to go through some things. But this is the thing that caused Sister Deborah to be scared. And I think it's pretty much caused one part is the children, my adult children. Just feeling sad really, y'all, for them, knowing that if I have to see them having to go, I just told my daughter that she's 18. I just told her, if you ever get into a situation, and listen to this, y'all, listen to how I told her. I told her this tonight. I said, if you ever get into a situation where someone's trying to take you, you call on, it's just say it's Y-A-H, Yah, the Yah of my mother, the Yah of my mother, and he'll come for you. Now, I told her this here. This is how I told her. Now, either he gonna come for you dead or he gonna come for you alive, but know that he gonna come. See, it don't matter to me, dead or alive. Just make sure you say the Yah of my mother's. You see? Because I know without a doubt, and I've always told my son, if you get in any situation, you call on the Yah of my mother. Because that's where the faith rests in therein. He said the strong bear the infirmity of the weak. And I let him know. Because you can't get them to really see like they need to see. But I can only accept what y'all allow them to see. Yes, I am. And it's hard, believe me. It really is. It's really hard. But, like I say, he's still that comforter. When it's all said and done, he's still that comforter. Because this is what I'm seeing. And I want to ask y'all tell me what y'all seeing. I know you're saying the beast and the mark and the what it's about to Charles told me. He said, Deborah, remember when we were staying in Atlanta, Georgia, and they was filming The Walking Dead, and you said that they were going to, that's going to really actually happen. And when he brought that up to me yesterday, I said, yes, I remember it just as clear. That's why it's probably eating me up so bad. It's I saw that, which a lot of them think they know what's about to happen. But because they don't go to those who Yah has sent, then Yah said you without knowing. You still walking in darkness, even though you think you in light. You still walking in darkness because you don't have no respect for me, my name, and who I stand for and how I put you under that name. So what makes you think that they're going to have any respect for who I sent or seen? They're not. They got to do you like they do him. And that's what he said about the women. Women understand. They have to first disrespect me before they disrespect you. And he said they have done that and have done it well. So he told me to tell them ladies in Atlanta that because they wanted to come to my store, meet up every Wednesday. They was bringing me all kinds. And them women was trying their best to hold on to their husband, doing everything. But them men wouldn't act right for nothing. Wouldn't act right. They did. They bought trucks, bought cars for them. They didn't have to work. Just women just doing things they shouldn't be doing, but just trying to keep him feeling good, about himself and doing things for him. That don't work. Oh yeah, it's a matter of fact. You now hear a lot of the males come up with the same thing. Apocalypse zombie. Yeah. Yes, I have. It's really kind of sweeping the YouTube, not only just YouTube, the internet itself. But see, because this is what happens, which y'all might not understand this. Y'all said to me, Deborah, when I told them in Genesis and I took Adam and Eve out of the garden, I told them I would always have a light on. When he allowed us to be scattered in this land, guess what happened, y'all? There has always been a light on for us that we may find our way. Were we going to outbeat the curse? No. But we could have walked in it a little better when we walked with him. You see what I'm saying? So he said the light has always been on. He has never cut the light on us. What is the light, y'all? Do y'all know what the light is? In this day and time, his stretched out hands. He has always had a stretched out hand. Always. All right. All right. That's what son said. I know that's right. I know that's right. I see you. That's a good way. Oh, that's good. Now, see, that's the side. That's how you have to instill that in them so that they could feel that it's all right. It's okay. Mine get so scared, and I be saying, am I putting too much on them? No, I ain't. Because when they see it, I can see my baby son, y'all. I can see him. I can just, oh, I feel so sad for him. I can just see him being so scared, because of, really, honestly, I'm looking in it like it's happening right now. And when I'm able to look in it like that, that's what the wilderness do to me. It allowed me to be right in it. And when it's allowed me to be right in it and being able to see right into it, then I begin to feel sad for others and those who's not going to be able to endure it, or those who's going to be sad and crying and hoping that, I even, about a couple of years ago, I told them I prepared everything for you all. Anything happen, you know where everything is at. Don't come looking for me. I have always told him that. But that's beautiful, son said that. That is so beautiful. I see you. See me in the kingdom. Hallelujah. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. He's always had that stretched out arm. And people don't understand what that stretched out arm is. They don't understand what that right hand is. They don't understand. That's him saying, I was always with you. Which y'all, you see what I'm saying? He has always been there with us. Always. He never left us. We left him. See, that's what the problem is, that we left him. Because you guys, not guys, ladies, let me tell you. I asked him, I said, Father, what happened on the ships? What happened when we ran to Africa and we were out there and they came to get us, and they sold us over. They collected us up pretty much and sold us as if we belonged to them. You know what I'm saying? What were our spiritual mind? All that Moses taught us, all that going through the wilderness and then getting the land where he gave us all this land. You all today would be the richest land on the face of the earth if we were there. Isn't that deep? But where did we get where did we go wrong? What happened where we lost all of that? I know the curse was there, but how do we just get rid of our praise? You know why? I don't think we ever had it coming across that ship. I think we had profaned his name and dishonored him so bad, we didn't have nothing to do with him. So when we got over here, we rather do what they wanted us to do, and we took a hold of what they had prepared. That pillar of fire, exactly. That's what they. Yep. And you was talking about that cloud that followed, and Israel followed. It was always ahead. That's the same. He's saying he always kept the light on. Haven't y'all ever heard of Motel 6? And they said we'll leave the light on. Y'all said he always had the light on. Somewhere we messed up from the floor up. Yes. Oh, you seen it in a dream? Yes, it is. Yes, ma'am. And that's what I'm saying, that I'm kind of, the reason why I'm saying that I'm kind of scared is because it's not going to be like the movie. It's going to be worse. You see, I don't care who watched all the series, all the movies with The Walking Dead. Let me tell you something. The reality of it, you ain't seen nothing yet. And I believe that it's going to affect every last one of us outside of those that he have in the light. I don't think those that are in the light is going to even be affected by none of it. I'm going to tell you the truth. That light that's going to be resting within us because we have chose to walk therein, it's going to keep all of that away from us. When they see us, they're going to go the opposite way. I really believe that. I really believe that. We're not going to be able to save our loved ones. But when we're in the midst, I don't think they're going to be able to tamper with us that's walking in the light. I really don't. It ain't going to be able to take the light. Yeah, I think we were. Yeah, that's what the Isaiah, Ezekiel was saying. Ezekiel and Isaiah saying the same thing. We were messed up from the floor. But have y'all ever felt that? Wait a minute. This creator decided before he created anything to have a certain people that will fall under his name as if they are his children by birth, but they are his children by spirit. You see? And they will dishonor, disrespect, profane his name. Just like the children are today toward their parents. Same way. But how can we stand back as people who know who the creator is and settle for everybody constantly disrespecting his name, making his name what we want to make it on these platforms instead of making it a name that he had allowed us from the foundation of the world to fall under? We were chosen to fall under that blessed name. And throughout that time, ever since he have created all things, everything, the number one worst people on the earth is the one that he chose. Why? Think about that. Think. He chose you before the foundation of the world to go up under his name. Don't you think he saw your ugliness from the time he chose you all the way up until it when it's over? Yes, he did. And nothing you have done that has changed it. And like that's why he always talk about a mustard seed, just a little. If we can just see, he ain't asking us to do a lot. He's just telling you if you can just have just a little bit of faith in me, just a little trust, I give you the full faith, the full spirit of faith. I give you the full spirit of trust. I give you the full spirit of righteous. We only got about a pin needle of righteous. But he said he'd give us the full. This here computer keep bothering me. He'll give us the full. That's what Yeshua was coming to do. Fulfill that lamp, our spirit, with all so that our light would never go out. We'll be full. You think that you can hold some commandments? You can't, baby. You never could. That's his name. That's his fullness in you holding up them commandments. Yep. And I heard that it's already started. I don't know if you saw in the YouTube where a man did a interview, but it was like, I think it was 8 men, Caucasian men, but they were homosexuals, but they were up in age. And they were talking about somebody's messing with their minds and controlling their minds day and night. And this individual, this young guy was doing a video, and it made so much sense what he was saying and how he put all the pieces together. And he was saying that, but they just giving us a warning. They using them to warn us. And that's what people don't understand. When he's the potter sitting with the clay, he formed this one and he forms that one. But no matter which one he formed, it's going to walk in his will. You see? And both of them going to walk in his will to the utmost. It's going to fulfill his will. The righteous and the unrighteous potter that he formed. Clay that he formed. It's still going to fulfill his will. Yes, we were definitely already defiled. But you know what? But let me, sister, you said that we were already defiled even before we got over to those ships. That's, see, now I'm going to say something to you. Now, listen to this here. You see what you just said? That right there is keeping our nation, the tribe of Judah, from having any sense. See, because once they realize really where our state of mind of our forefathers was, then we can try to make it back home. But instead, they want you to think in this day and time is what somebody doing to them, what somebody owed them, how they treated us, how they did this. But if they go back to Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah and seen the things y'all said that we had done to him, Deuteronomy 28 ain't got nothing on what we continue. See, Deuteronomy was went over in Torah. Here we are in Isaac, way past Torah. We were still doing it, and Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel broke that thing down, told us how ugly we were. We are a ugly people, but yet he chose us before the foundation of the world to put us up under his name. We are his people under his name. So that would, believe it or not, if you knew the power in what you're saying, where you said we were already defiled, we were already defiled even before. No, but we defiled him. We profaned him. You see, we disrespected him. We was messed up on the floor. You see, if they could see that, then they could say, wait a minute, so we need to work on us. But they ain't gonna say that. They got to blame the white man. See, they don't have no issue with themselves. As if Jeremiah, Ezekiel, nor Isaiah have ministered to them day and night about this. They still ain't gonna see it. They don't want to see it. And they ain't going to. Psalms 91, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And you know what it is? Let me tell you what it is. Didn't you hear him when he said it was at a Hosea where he said, if my people that are called, did he say that you called him by his name? You won't find no scriptures telling you my people or my children that calls me by my name. He said, my children, my people that are called by my name. Why? Because he chose you under his name as his. We're walking around here thinking we are all that, and that the whole world is, and everything that's going on from Genesis to Revelation is about us. And that's a lie. He tells us this battle ain't even ours. But why are we making it ours? Because we've been disobedient since the beginning of time. So let me ask you something. What do you think? What would you say that we could, if we know that we are ugly people, what message can we send the tribe of Judah? You know, all I can send them is chopping down Deuteronomy 28. Because on the end of Deuteronomy 28, on the end of Deuteronomy 28, it tells you until they all are destroyed. Who do you think he's talking about? Then they chop the other piece off about how he loved us and that he didn't want us to go in that direction. They chop that off. They only focus in that newfound religion under they doing something to us, and they put us on the ships, and they brought us over here. They did this to our wives. They did this to our children. They did this to our men. Y'all wants them to understand one thing. You need to go back, bro. You need to go all the way back and see what you done to me. Because what you done to me as your father, as your creator, can't outweigh what they done to you and still doing to you. He wanted us to see ourselves in our ugliness. So he gonna route it again. He's gonna route it again. Y'all know when he's gonna route it? Read Ezekiel 36. He said when he gets you over to that land, then that means after a little while, he's gonna let you remember your iniquity and your ugliness. He ain't letting you go. He's just trying to get you over there because of the promise of Abraham, but he's gonna show up and show out when you get your butt over there, because he's gonna let you see who you really were toward him. 2 Kings chapter 8. Solomon said that. Knowledge. And you know, I really believe that. I think that because, let me tell you something, because of what's about to happen, like we were just talking about the V and how it's going to affect the minds of the people, and the people are going to be like zombies. Okay. Why do you think you need the light? When Sister Deborah's sitting here telling you to get to the light, that's your only hope. Because we really, honestly, like you were saying, sister, how your son said he'll see you in the kingdom. That's the type of mindset you have to have. That's the type of mindset you have to have. And when you have that mindset, y'all would also carry you a step further. You're going to be all right. You're going to see it. You're going to behold it, but you're going to be all right in the midst of it. See, that's where people don't understand. They could care less. They're not even worried about. Wait a minute, y'all. Why did they pass the stimulus the same time they did the tax season? Why did they turn around and give this money to the children every month? Why are they doing all of this just bam, bam, bam at this point in time? Because they finished. They finished with all they need to do. They didn't done it. In a few minutes, that's what Sister Deborah said, kind of scared about. Because in a few minutes, they're going to throw down on you. They're going to throw down. You're going to start to see things for really what it is. And to me, it reminds me of death row. When they give you that meal before you leave, that's what it feels like to me. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. It feels like they giving you a little something because they already know they got you already numbered. But the purpose of the light is for people to understand that's what's going to keep you and protect you from whatever they think that they have the power to do. They ain't gonna go near that light. They ain't gonna go near that light. And that's why Sister Deborah been saying it for the last year. Go to the light. Get therein. Let that light reside in you and you in him. You see? Because that's going to be your protector. That's the only way. Because don't forget, this time period that we're in, Yah has given it to the beast. We can't win. We're not going to win what he has been given his point in time to do what he's going to do. We can't buckle up against that. We can't go up against it, but we can have the light that will protect us for whatever the beast decides to do. Yah still have the light resting therein in us to where the beast won't be able. See, that's one thing. You ain't going to be able to just do what you want to Yah's. The one he has the light. You see? That's why it's important. Now, a lot of people are saying the same thing. They're just not calling it the light. Now, let me stop that. Stop that, Deborah. Stop that. No, it's not a lot of them saying the same thing. There are some that are saying similar. But I call it the light because from what I understood, everything rests in that light, y'all. That right hand, which is that power, Yah himself, and all that he stands for, his faith, his spirit and truth, his endurance, his everything rests in there. That's a good one, ain't it? She said the light is the only power we have. Without it, we are walking dead. That's a good one. That fits right on in, sister. That fits right on in. The V are without the B. Very powerful. Very powerful. Because it's coming. A lot of people thinking, like, I feel so sad for our men sometimes. I really do, because they thinking it's about what they saying, and they are so far from it. You know, like I tell y'all, it started with the testing. You know, if that biochemical were placed in one's temple up in here, I forgot the thing they call it. If it manifested itself when they test you, then it set itself there. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if you all know that they already starting to give all across the world this chip so that they could be able to buy and purchase and go to the doctor and so on. I believe that they put into the system, everybody who took the V, I don't know if y'all know that, they put into the system and gave them a card. Pretty soon they're gonna have them who has the card to go and get most likely they chip put in. You see what I'm saying? Oh, you're eligible for the chip, and they thinking I took the vaccine, I'm getting something. But you know what? The scariest thing also, how people willingly took the mark. I always wondered about that, how it was going to really be able to get. Oh, because you're going to have people fighting against it. Y'all. These people in line. Yep, the light is the full force. Yes. We need. Yes. The pineal gland. Yeah, I think that's what they call it. I think that's exactly what they call it. And that's what they did with the testing. But now I'll be honest. I have seen 4 different males who got a lot of subscribers. They have actually had females and one male. These are different guys that talked about the testing was the biochemical itself. And I sit there and I said, and they were saying this like in November and December. I was like, Father, Father, I was trying to tell in April. It doesn't matter. Guess what I learned, you guys? I learned that what he tells me and I say it, it's not about them getting it. I didn't know that at first until I read it. When I heard Ezekiel and Jeremiah and Isaiah being told things like I've been told, did he tell them it's not important that they get it? It's not. I'm like, what would be the purpose? It's his righteous will never cut you out of not knowing. It's always out in the wind. Truth is always in the wind. It's, are you willing to reach at it and grab it? 99.91. So he said, as long as you're gone out, what I say unto you has gone out, even if it's one that's able to and reach it, they got it. It doesn't matter. Remember the prodigal son? It was like if the angels are rejoicing when one has made it back. You see what I'm saying? That's how important it is to Yah. He don't need the world. See, we're thinking this all about the multitude. And that's how the mindset is even on the platforms. Oh, I'm just trying. And people don't understand. It's about the subscribers more than it is about you knowing how to get to the light. And I just can't, I can shake it now because of what the Father was showing me and telling me to go back to the prophets that had to suffer great things to know and to share the things that they they shared with others, but it didn't matter if they believed them or not. Y'all's will wasn't dependent on if they believed them or not. That's what y'all said. It doesn't matter. And that's what Solomon was saying. Wait a minute. I got up on here and I asked him to give me all this here, the knowledge, not the understanding what is under the sun, and really give him the spiritual insight. And when he got it, he realized, oh, well, it's all vain and bats. It ain't nothing about me knowing all of it, because I know it and they won't. Because he was a seed. He was a seed carrier. You go back to Matthew's chapter 1, and all of them listed with David, Abraham, Isaac, and those are all the ones that was listed as a seed carrier. So they was in strictly from the heavens. Come down, do what you were purpose, bam, you back in paradise, sleep, waiting for judgment. You see? That's all they come to do. You see, is wham, bam, whoop, that's it. That's just it. But yes, it's just it is something. It is something. Like I said, we're going through, and the thing when I saw that they swung that money out so quick, and I was like, what made them do it like that? And even Biden was supposed to have been signing it Friday, and I think he did it Thursday. It was like, bam, bam, bam. I said, oh, Father, something about to happen, ain't it? Something about to go down. So I've been uptight all day, just like really trying to figure out what. And I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go into Revelation 13 and see if it brings some closure really to it. Because or else he might want me to just wait till he give it to me. But I'm going to Revelation 13, and he might just open it up to me there, because he does it like that too. But I got to get something to just hold on to. You know, I know he in me, but I'm flesh too. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I need something to hold on to what I'm feeling that I already see. And to hold on, meaning his unchanging hand. His unchanging hand, Deborah, he ain't going to change because you know it. You just hold on to me. It's like going on a roller coaster. And if it's just one thing you got to hold on to, you just got to hold on to it. You know, and that's what he wants me to do, is just hold on. Yep, his word will not return void. That's what it says. That's a good one. That is that's a good message. That is a good title for a message. You hear me, sister? They're distracting the people with the money because all hell is about to break loose. Now, I'm going to tell you something, sister. A lot of the men already feeling it. They don't know what it is. They don't know how to teach it, nor to preach it. That's why they just route everything they've already taught you over and over. They ain't bringing you all bringing more message than they have or they can get. Isn't that deep? To me, definitely, without a doubt. Y'all bringing more information than they are. They couldn't even dare go. This is why I say it's not time for us to shut up. Because ladies, you all on here talking, and what you all are actually saying is what the people needs to hear. You see, this is what the spirit man needs to hear. Why? Because they're walking in darkness and they need to hear what you're saying, that is light. So if we're going to go in, you remember Psalms, it says, ye though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, that's darkness. Thou art with me, for thy rod, thy staff. That's the light. You see, they comfort me in spite of what I'm about to walk in. Ye though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. That's darkness. You see, so this the things that you all are saying is even they need it. They need to hear what even you all are saying, because you all are saying some pretty good ones, and it's making me feel good. And I'm a prophetess in the wilderness that sees a lot of things. And to hear you all speak it, it feels good. It really does. They distracting the people with the money. Yep, because all hell is about to break loose. Now that's why I'm seeing it, sister. That's why I'm telling you. Didn't you hear me say that I'm kind of scared? Because I'm seeing it that way. And I'm like, wait a minute. And the reason why, that most of the people eyes are closed. No one is beholding. No one is looking to none of this. They could care less, because everybody's sitting here playing all these here role playing games and manipulating and trying to deceive the people to believe in a religion instead of believing in what is spirit and what is true, what is before us, what has been prophesied to warn us, to let us know how. You remember Noah? He went for years telling the people, y'all better come out, go. It's getting ready to rain. I ain't doing nothing no different. Telling y'all about the light. And if you know about the light already, you already have what it takes to warn the people to get out of the rain. Yes, it's about to break loose. Yep, praying and fasting and trusting in his word. So let me ask you something. Praying and fasting and trusting in his word will help those that pray and fast and trust in his word. 99.9 about to feel what is about to happen. Praying and fasting and trusting in his word is going to be the support that's in that light. It's going to be a part of the support. But when you get into that light, sister, you're going to find out a lot of stuff. Hey, I don't need nothing but that light. Because that light going to be teaching you things. Let me say it, I'm going to give you a little bit of peace. There was a time period everybody was talking about grow you a garden, get you some plants and seeds and water and all of that, right? You know what he told me? Now tell me, you guys, tell me how this sounds. He said, I want you to go and I want you to get seeds, package of seeds. And I was wondering, was it plant seeds? He said, no. Beans, greens, cucumber seeds, all of those. I said, okay. So I went collecting seeds after seeds. Oh, y'all, I got so many packages of seeds. And then I was like, okay, what am I going to do with them? Should I plant them? He said, no. While everybody needing water, you going to have water. Everybody going to need food, you going to have food. Anything that you're going to need is in them seeds. If you got to go and move, Deborah, you can eat 2 of those seeds and be your meal for the whole day. That was deep. He told me that almost 2 years ago. That was deep. That's why I told y'all, I prepare everything for my children. Don't you come looking for me. See, I'm on the south. They way on the north. Don't come looking for mama. Because you'll never find them. You see? So when he told me that, now see, that's spiritual, believe it or not. Because 99.9 of the people who thinking that everything I have to prepare for is going to keep me. See, the one that's in the light to teach you a different way to approach spirit and truth. Now, who would have came up with, hey, if I got this one package that's got 50 little bitty tiny seeds in it, he's saying to me, take 2 of these seeds, Deborah, take 3 of these seeds, and that'll be your meal for today. And it'll hold you over. Only one that could say something like that is the Most High God. 2 years ago, and what Bill Gates now doing? He canceling out all the seeds. Y'all didn't know that, did y'all? He's now owning and finna control all of that. But how did y'all know that? You see? Because see, the beast knows what the seed really represents. You see how y'all work? So I'm saying, with Yah, the way he teaches you in the light, you'll be able to come back and say some things to me, and I'll be saying, oh, wow, I'm going to do that. Why? I ain't never heard nobody say that. I ain't never thought of that. I would have never saw. You know it ain't something natural. Now, what would I look like telling people to go buy seeds and eat 2 and 3 if you ever get in a situation? Yah told me that. He told me that. Never would have known in this day and time. This is, now I don't know about Bill Gates, but that's what I heard. It been on the YouTube for about a good month. He's buying all. Remember how they making all the farmers shut down a lot of their things, and Bill Gates is taking over the seeds. He patented to where you can't sell them or something like that. You ain't gonna be able to get them. You know, you have to get them through him. I mean, all this old crap. But how would I have known that today? He's doing this now though. But Yah told me to collect all them seeds 2 years ago, and he told me what it would do. So I kept my seeds in a big old bag, all kind. So I know what I have. Now, how I'm going to survive with that, because Yah done told me a way to do it. Now, that leads me also to understand that I'm going to be able to see those dark days. Are you for real? Did Noah really preach 100 years? Come on, sister. 100? I thought it was 40. Are you 100 years? Tell me God himself don't have the grace and the mercy to keep us. Yes, he did. With prayer and fasting. That's what he told him when he asked him why couldn't they cast it out. But guess what, baby? Guess what, baby? Let me tell you something, baby. That was then. See, he wasn't living in them. See, they was walking with him. But when Yeshua had to ascend and go back to the Father, he said, hold up. The Father, I see to it that the Father was seeing a comforter. But this comforter is going to live in us. He's now going to live in us. To where when they couldn't cast out them spirits, okay, the comforter, which is the spirit of Yah, wasn't living in them. You see, now he's living in us. And what does it say? Greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world. During the time the disciples were walking with Yah, Yeshua, they didn't have the spirit in them to cast out anything. Now, he said, when you gain, what is it? And after you receive, you shall have power. You see? To cast them demons out. See, we got the power, but we got to get to the light so it can all can be fulfilled. So everything he has invested in us can manifest itself. Let me tell you how. Look at all of us under his name. He put us as his children under his name. You see? Can't nobody even take us out. We under that weather. We can keep on acting a monkey, and guess what? We still under that name. Can't take it out. That's how it is. And you are so right. The wicked, he asked them to, he said, this comes by. He said, what is he said? Yah. Yeshua said, this come by, this type of power only comes with praying and fasting. Okay? He's telling them, because they didn't have what was he had in them. So he was telling them, this here, to get this spirit out, you have to pray and fast. You see? But when he ascended, now what happened? The spirit now lives in us, to where when he was telling them that, it took praying and fasting. The spirit wasn't in them. You see? They had to pray and fast. Do that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. So now that's why he said, greater is he that is in thee than he that is in the world. And when thou shalt receive, thou shalt have power. You see, that's why Yeshua still today asking us, where is your power? You say you this, you say you that, but where's your power? We got to get that activated. We have to, because it's resting in us. And that's what the light is there to do, to bring that to form. Yes, we are. But see, the power is there already. You got to get it activated, baby. The power is already there. You have to get it activated. Remember, Yeshua said he come to fulfill. He comes to fill your lamp with oil. So all those gifts that Yah has already birthed in you, you can bring them forth. Didn't Yeshua say that thou should do greater miracles and signs and wonders? Greater than him. That's what Yeshua said. After you receive power, you see, speaking in tongues and all those gifts that was poured out to us, guess what, y'all? They still manifested in us. They're still in us, waiting to be activated, waiting for us to walk in the light and say, okay, Father, it's all about you. It's all about you. And it's always been about you. I'm sorry. Yeah. You see? So you sister, you might get some, you might not believe this. You got power invested in you. And if you ever feel like you're ready to put it forth, tell the Most High how anything that you have done to cross his name out, I double dare you. And one of you, go for him. Go to him like that. Let him know how. We ain't going to say everybody else. Let's, as an individual, we go to him and tell him how we we sorry for profaning his name. Say, for instance, if he called us under his name before the foundation of the world to be his children, and we keep disrespecting him. Look how the children disrespect the parents now. Why? Because we have disrespect our parents, our Father, the Creator. So what makes us think our children should respect us? And we didn't disrespect the Creator of the whole world. That's what he's angry about, y'all. That's what makes him fierce. That's what's causing his judgment to take its course. That's what's making him his wrath. That's why he said, I ain't done with you yet. Y'all been in here 400 years and still profaning, disrespecting my name. Dishonoring men you are founded under my name. You know what, you all, did you know we can go around saying his name all day and night and have so much evil and wicked in our hearts? We can do that all day, night. So it can't be what we say out of our mouth. It's not that simple. And you know why? He's spirit and truth. He said, when you come to me, devil, you got to come in spirit. So all this, let me tell you what he said to me. One time I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was all on the floor, cutting up, crying, and I just was cutting up, y'all. I was cutting up from the floor up. You know what he said to me when I finished? And I'm wiping and I'm snotting. He said, now are you finished? He sat there and he told me my tears were like icicles. I got myself up, went into the bathroom, showered, went back to that floor with my face to the floor, repenting. He let me know, your tears don't move me. Your tears don't rule me. Your tears don't control me. Get it right. Come to me in spirit. And maybe we can work something out. You see what I'm saying? He don't play with me. Yeah, but baby, I think they are going to turn into something. I really do. And Sister Deborah, I'm going to tell you, I'm a prophetess in the wilderness, but he knows too, I'm human. And I already feel it. And I wouldn't be feeling it if he had not shown me something. No, they don't know that the power is inside them. Anything that Yah gives you, he's not an Indian. What did they say? An Indian giver? That's what they used to say in the days. Y'all probably ain't as old as I am, but an Indian giver. That's when you give something, you want to take it back. Y'all ain't never been that. What he put in you is in you to eternity until you out of here. And when you stand, he's still going to be looking at you spirit for what I invested in you. And the only reason why I can talk to you all about the power, because I used it too many times. Oh, I used it too many times. And I remember my mother telling me as a teenager, please pray. Please pray and ask him not to allow that. And she used to tell me, always pray and ask him to not allow nothing to happen. Not to like, because I used to say things and I used to, hey, I remember, and you know what? I don't think I ever smeared that gift, that power, used it. Only one time, I think, in my whole life, I used it to the fullest. Oh, yeah. I called my father. I called him. Let me share that with y'all right quick. When my oldest sister had a husband that he was on cocaine, he was on all these drugs, and he was getting what you call paranoid. It was so bad. He had been on it he had been in prisons for years. I mean, longer than 20, 30 years, not 30, but about 20 years. And he constantly keep going in jail and stealing and doing everything because he was a person that just came to the earth just to steal, kill, and destroy. Okay. And my sister married him and she was so in love with him and everything. And it got to a point where she realized this man is trying to kill me. She never would tell me. Because she knew that my son's father, if I had to say anything to him, he would see it through. She never would tell me anything. But Sister Deborah heard it, and I'm way on the south side, they way on the north side. Oh, I got word. You all, he got shot 5 times. Slowed him down. But I went to the father. Once he got well and was okay, he robbed an old man. I think the old man was 80 years old and beat him real bad and robbed him. Somebody's grandfather. And he started back at my sister again. She said when she wake up at night, he got a sawed-off shotgun to her head. I said, okay. She didn't tell me, but I heard it. I went strictly to the throne of the Most High Yah, and I just was me. I said, okay, you see it, all things, Father. And y'all, I'm telling you what I said. You see it, all things, Father. All things is in thy hand. But I need you right now. I need you now, or I'm going to be gone. Because I'm finna act a fool. I just went to the throne like that. I went there just like that. And I ain't going to sit and lie to you. I said, he messing with my sister. And it's on. No more. So I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you to step in. Or it's about me. That's what I said. Never would I said a prayer like that again. It wasn't 24 hours. They blew his head straight off his shoulders, off his neck. First person they called me Booby. My sister called. They blew his head. I said, oh. I went to prayer, got on my face, said, Father, I know I was harsh, but I know that you stood in the gap for me. Because I'm about to show up and show out. You bother my sister? You want to bother my sister? Okay, all right. Don't mess with me. I know who to call. That's why I tell my kids, in any situation you get in, you better be righteous about it. But if you get in a situation where you cannot get out, call on the Yah that your mother know. That's it. Oh, yes, that power is there. I know it. I know it. I was 36 when I first ascended out of my body because I wanted to see if I could still do it. I was young, and then I was like 18. I think I did it when I was 20 several times. When I was 36, I wanted to see if I could still do it. And did you know I closed my eyes? Next thing I know, I came out of my body, looked down at my body, and went out the second floor window to see what all my family members was doing outside. They had an egg hunt for the children. And I said, look at that. They couldn't even see me. That's what I was saying. You know, none of them can see me. And it really was sending a spiritual message to me that who I was in him. You see? The power that rests therein. Don't tell me what you can't do. Don't tell me the power don't rest therein. Can't nobody tell me that. It won't work. It won't work with me. That's why I listen to all these people on this thing. And when I hear them talking, I can already discern who they are. I can tell you exactly who they are. Did I ask for those gifts? No. That's what's given to me before I was in my mother's womb. That's good. That's right. You call on it and you watch it be there. You watch it show up and then show out. And don't be for real about it. Oh my. This day I had heard, I think his mama said that Joe, my sister said that he woke up, she woke up in the midnight hour, he was jumping on top of the bed with a sawed-off shot. It's time. Oh no. I know y'all know I ain't got no sense. And that's what I love about him. He know this sister ain't got no sense. I ain't got no sense in the flesh, but in the spirit, I got it all. I got it all. I ain't got none in the flesh though, but in the spirit, I got it all. But yeah, I couldn't deal with that. Oh no, you bother my sister. Oh no. We ain't gonna have that. And you know it. You know, no. That night, less than 24 hours. Don't. Yep, that power is there. Yep, that's just who he is. I want to read something out of Isaiah 42. I want to read something out of Isaiah 42. Do you all have your Bible? I want to read something out of Isaiah 42, and then I'm going to read something out of Isaiah 43, verse 5. But I want to read something out of Isaiah 42, verse 5. Then I want to read something out of Isaiah 43, 5 through 8. And then Isaiah chapter 9, verse 2. Let's go to Isaiah 42, verse 5. I want to show something to you. I'm going to let you hear something right quick. In Isaiah chapter 42, verse 5, it says, Thus said Yahuwah, he that created the heavens and stretched them out, he that spreadeth the earth, and that which cometh out of it, he that giveth breath unto the people upon it, and spirit to them that walk therein. Now, this spirit is light. Now watch this here. Verse 6, it says, we in Isaiah 42, verse 5, and I'm going to go to 6. I, Yahuwah, have called thee. You see, he called you in righteousness. See, people think righteousness is something they can uphold, that they can control. They can be about. No, you can't. It is a gift, and it is a spiritual gift of the Most High Yah. Now watch what he says. In verse 6, I, Yahuwah, have called thee in righteousness, and I will hold thy hand. You see what he said he's going to do? He's going to hold your hand. He's hold that hand. I hope you hold it with that right hand. Hallelujah. And will keep thee and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles. Yeah, it's something about the light. I know many haven't heard about it in the church, and many have not heard about it in the sanctuary and places that they have been. But let me tell you something, that light is real. Go to it. Okay. Now, Isaiah 43 and 5. Isaiah 43 and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Fear not, for I am with thee. You all, the reason why we can't be really stuck hardcore in the name that they're slinging, because did you know, if you go to, say for instance, if there's 5 groups that's under the umbrella of the Hebrew Israelite movement, not 5. If there's 50 different groups under the Hebrew Israelite movement, all 50 would have a different name that they call Yah. All of them. They would have a different name and pronounce it different. Okay. Now, here in Isaiah 43, verse 5, we will go to 6, 7, and 8. Fear not, for I am with thee. You all got to understand who I am is. Okay. Don't just think I am is just him saying something. No, that's the power. Okay. Let me tell you why. That is who he is. That's another part of his entity. Remember when they came to take Yeshua away, when he was praying in Gethsemane and it was time for his hour was near? And they said that they was looking for, he asked them, who were they looking for? They said, Yeshua of Nazareth. I believe that's what he said. And he said, I am. When he said that, what happened? The power knocked them backwards. You see, the word I am. You see, that's when it said it knocked them backwards. That's for you and I who are in the light to understand. Why are they going back? Why are they falling backwards? Why did they all get knocked backwards? Because that's the power. That name. You see, that's one of his entity. I am. See, that's what I'm saying. Woo! Let me ask you, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you a really good gift tonight. If we have people who say that they know how to pronounce the name, they have the right name, they have the way it's supposed to be said, they have it in Hebrew, they have it in the way it's supposed to be pronounced. And if you don't have it their way, then you ain't who you should be. Now watch this here. First question you must ask those people. The first word that you should ask those people is this: where is your power? Where is your power? You think you got the name. Where is your power? Show me your power. You see what I'm saying? They won't be able to do that. And they probably buckle up and run. Because in his name, there is power. You see? There is power. But it's not the name they mumble jumble out of their mouth, out of their flesh. It's what they say in the spirit. He said you can't even worship him in your flesh. So you have to say it in the spirit. Does that make any sense to you all? Okay. Isaiah 43 and 5. He says, fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring forth my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth. In verse 7, even everyone that is called by my name. There that name go. There that name go again, y'all. That's that name again. Called by my name. You see, there is a people he called his children and his people under his name. But that name is where we are under. It's not what we control with it. You see what I'm saying? You see, and that's why we profaned it all the way up until even to today. That's why we don't have no respect for it. That's why we don't carry the power that rests with it. Because we keep doing it. We keep just, but see, he's telling, right now, he's telling, watch this again. Watch this here. Verse 5. We're talking about power. I want y'all to see this here, y'all. See this. Watch this here. Verse 5 says, fear not. I am with thee. Now, here come the power, y'all. Here come the power. I will bring thy seeds from the east, gather them from the west. See what that power doing? Watch this here. I will say to the north, give up, and the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the end of the earth. That was the power of his order. He spoke that, and all that power made all that come to pass. Watch number 7. Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yet I have made him. Verse 8, bring forth the blind that has eyes. See, and the deaf that has ears. He calling all power. Form them up. Bring them on to me. It's time for them to go to where I need them to be. But he started off with what? Verse 5. Fear not. For I am with thee. I am about to show up, and I am about to show out. Hear me. Then he began to talk. You see, we run around here thinking, oh, Yahshua, Hamashiach. I mean, not Yahshua, Yahuwah, and all these other names. But he's sitting there telling me, wait a minute, I'm going to call I am to bring my people from all four corners. I'm going to call I am. I am. Now, he ain't call I am. It's about to do all this. Read that, y'all. Just think about that. Just read that one day. Isaiah 43, 5 and 8. And then he turned around in 9 and said, let all the nation be gathered together and let the people assemble. Who among them can be declared this and show us the form of things? Let them bring forth their witness that they may be justified, or let them hear and say it is truth. See, when I am stepped in, just as he did in Gethsemane, when the soldiers come to take Yeshua away, during that hour where they was about to take him to crucify, he said that who did you all come for? They said, Yeshua of Nazareth, when I am. That one I am was a statement for those who are walking in the spirit to know the power knocked their tails all the way back on the ground. Read it. Yep, that is so true. Yes, baby, it is. I love that. I love just who he is. He don't show up and he don't show out in a way because he all that answer. So anybody got any other thing they want to expound on? Or we got a few more minutes here. Let's try Isaiah 9 and 2. Let me cover that one. Let's see. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 2. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They dwell in the land of the shadow of death. Upon them have the light shining. Y'all better think about that light, y'all. Really, really throughout your life, really think about that light, because it's going to lead you somewhere. And it's going to lead you through the endurance. Endurance is also a spirit that Yah placed within thee. so that you can endure what has taken place and what is about to take place. So know that for sure, that spirit of endurance is one that upholds you in the spirit realm so that you can be able to run this race as he continue to carry you in the race. And you still going to get victorious. You're going to be victorious is going to be the end. So is anyone else wanting to cover something that we have going on right now? Right now, everybody's pretty, not on the live chat, but in society in this country, a lot of people are feeling pretty good today. They end up getting some money to help them out, and I am glad for them. I wish that more people would really focus on the Most High Yah and what he's doing in these days. Oh boy, it's just to see things and to know it based on what he's shown you. It gets pretty deep. It really does. It gets pretty deep. So I guess I don't see anyone saying very much in the live chat. So I guess we can kind of, oh, we've been on here an hour and a half. See, this thing keep going in here. Oh. The parable about the first and the last. He's just. He's righteous. He's even. Let's set an example. Just because you Moses, not Moses, let's not use Moses because just because you Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, just because you David first, don't think that you're supposed to be all that and some. Okay? All of you going to get the same thing. Even though I know they paint in the picture, one going to be greater this and this and this and this and this. You got to understand it in the spiritual realm. And what he's saying is, the one that was in the old is going to receive that which the ones that's in the new is going to receive. And us, I don't like to say Old and New Testament because I really don't. I think it's all one. I think man broke that up into two. But everybody's going to receive evenly. Just put it like that. Yeah, you might have started off in the book of the Torah. He letting you know, I'm so just to if you fell in the time period of 2021, you're all going to get equally what I have to offer unto thee. Whether you the first or whether you the last. I used to say a thing about, he seemed like he saved the best for last. Because the things that we endured, but then I think back at it, when you really read the Bible under the Ruach HaKodesh, oh, they did some things back then, y'all. Oh, they went through some things. Mm-hmm. And the difference from then and now, we have them in us. They had him upon them. So we have something a little greater. So I heard a demonic pastor talk about there's no such thing as a New Testament or scriptures under Peter and Paul and all of them, that they weren't his ignorance would, if he cancel out Peter and Paul them speaking scriptures and not having scriptures based, and they was just repeating what happened in the old, that leads me to understand what I always knew about this so-called, I don't call him a pastor, I call him a fool. It makes me realize who he is. I always said that it was something with him. And it really makes me feel good, because when y'all bring something to its fully nakedness, he's bringing it to me to see it for really what it is. And a lot of times you feel good because you be like, Father, that's what I was wondering, why he did it, why he talked like, why he lying, why he hate, why. And then when y'all brings it out and let you see the nakedness, then you say, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's why he's like he is. You know, and when people are trying, they didn't already disrespect his name. They didn't already profane his name. They didn't already dishonor his name. They don't give a rat's behind what they do now because they got the people now, just like the beast. I got the control of the people now. I gave the B out. I gave the testing. I got pretty much what I need. You see? And that's how a lot of people are going to be walking, not going to, they have been. They don't care if they're not leading you to the light. They could care less if you even find the light or if you even think about the light. They want to lead you to their own mindset. And they're doing a really good job because there are a lot of people. Y'all going to be hearing it now that I'm speaking it. It's going to the wind. It's gone out into the wind. That means that you're going to hear it again. You're going to hear someone else talking about it. They're giving up on Peter and Paul and all of them. They're really making them out of nothing and wanting to take on Torah and everything back in that day because they believe that the reason why they want to do, see, they can control. Thank you, Father, y'all. Thank you, Father, y'all. They can control, because I don't know where I said that, why I said that. He said they can control the people with the oath, meaning back in Torah. They can control, manipulate, and deceive the people in that area. But when it comes to Christ, hallelujah, they can't deceive the people there. So that's why they like to rest in Torah and over in that part of the biblical and don't want to grip Christ. See, they denying Christ all over again, y'all. You get it? When I heard this pastor talking about the New Testament is no longer, it's not any scriptures in there. It's just them speaking what happened in the old. He's a lie from a pit of hell. Because what he's saying, his name is Pastor Dow, what he is actually saying is Christ does not exist. Christ does not exist. He didn't have no 12. Christ sitting here telling you, all that I have, thou hast given me. What will Yah give you 12 if he didn't want you to instill his word within you? He didn't want them to tell what the old. They did bring up issues of the old because all of it is one. But they come to tell you. That's why they don't want to bring in what they call, it ain't the new, but Matthews and on. They don't want that. And a lot of them are turning inside out now. They denying the power. They denying it. And it's just blowing my mind. How you sit here saying you got the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit wasn't in Torah. Yah was upon them, but he wasn't in them. So how do you get it? How did you get it? Nebuchadnezzar said, didn't they put 3? But wait a minute, don't I see 4? Yeah. What did he see? He saw Christ shielding them from the fire, protecting them right in the midst. And what did he say? I see the Son of Yah, which is Christ. The Son of Yah. What do you, Nebuchadnezzar, know about the Son of Yah? He didn't. Y'all see how you have to really understand what's going on. So now they're trying to do away with the old. Not the old, what they call, a lot of people call it the New Testament. But when you do that, hey, you deny Christ. That's the ignorant of this man. How you hooping and hollering and sitting down talking and cursing up a storm like the world, like the men in the world, like the men in Chicago that hang around on the corner. He's on the thing just cursing up a storm. Then turn around and said that the apostles and the epistles, epistles, that those wasn't nothing but writings. They wasn't talking scripture. That man then lost, and they're sitting there drinking. And you think he drinking anything outside of what it should be? Let me tell you, that's why I thank the Most High, because there's a lot of Jim Jones, a whole lot of them. Why do y'all ever, let me ask y'all, let's do a study, y'all. Let's do a study. Let's find out who was the dry bones. I mean, who was the enlarging hell was for? Enlarging hell was for who? Think about that. It'll blow your mind. You'll say, well, Deborah, what? That's still for the same old stiff neck revenge. Go back and read it. Why did he enlarge in hell? There are some things we really need to not get in debt to, because when we go to the light, that light is going to bring us, that light is what going to bring us some comfort, and it's going to bring us some peace. It's going to bring us some joy in the midst of whatever's going to be taking place. We still going to be walking with that joy and that peace, and chaos going to be going on around us, but it's not going to affect us. It's not going to affect us, because if we're willing to trust, go back to trusting him and repent and tell him that we understand that we have disgraced your name. We dishonored your name. We disrespected your name. We disrespected your love that you had for us before the foundation of the world, and you put us up under your name as your children and your people, and we just smeared it. We didn't show an example of who you are and what you stood for and stand for. We're supposed to be like you, Father. Why do y'all think he said, love your enemy? Do good to those who do evil unto you, even if it takes you to give them a gift, because that's him. That's how he is. The Most High is the same way. Yes, and that's why I think it's kind of sad, because I mentioned to a man in my store about Adam and Eve, and he was an Italian man, and he was trying to say, when I tell you what, then his wife was with, I want my rib back. I said, you take your rib, that ain't gonna make the woman. That's what a lot of women don't know. Give him his rib back. Rib grow. You know that bones grow back. You see? Is that all she had of you? Is your rib? Because y'all didn't say he formed her with your flesh. He just took one of your ribs to let you know how serious he is for you to both to walk together in unity. That's what that was all about. And no, he did not make her for him, nor him for her. He made him for himself. He said, all that I created for myself. You can probably find 50 verses. No, I ain't gonna say 50. You can find a lot of verses, him saying that. So how is it? See, that's how you have to understand about this book is man has smeared his name and disrespect and dishonor. So they don't care what they do now. They don't care if they smear his name. They don't care. Wait a minute. What about that revelation? I didn't see it. Oh. So you notice when he took that rib, we don't know, he had to go do his thing with her. And when did you know when he brought her to him? Ladies, hear this, and I want you to hear this well. You got to hear this, women. When Yah brought her to him, he saw that it was good. It's something about the way he felt when he brought her to him. Why? Because he said when he looked at man, it is not good. It is not good. It is not good for man to be alone. I would make him a helpmeet. A help meet my will. That's what that's all about, y'all. Help meet my will. What's your will? To bring life so that I can give the breath and the spirit unto. Y'all gonna meet my will. Man thinking it's about meeting his lust, meeting his pleasure, meeting his desire. And they turned her into a slave. And they used her as cattle. How would you say that, Deborah? Because everyone took their daughters and sold them off to men like cattle and made it as if Yah brought daughters for them to have for pleasure. He had him and her to meet his will, to meet his obligation. Nope. When he brought her to him, he really felt that he was giving him something special. Why'd you say that, Deborah? Because don't forget, when he saw him, he said, I said, this is what I said to the Most High Yah. He said, from the book of Genesis, from the beginning all the way down to the end, it is good, it is good, it is good, it is good. And he looked and it was good, it was good, it was good. But when he saw man, after he put him in the garden, after he put him there with what he needed. Oh, wait a minute, y'all, something wrong with this picture. It is not good for him to be alone. I'm going to make him a helpmeet. Now, for him, a creator, to have that mindset, why is he making him a helpmeet if it's not for him? Think that helpmeet was for him, for the both of them to come one to meet his obligation and his will. Because if they don't come together, they can't do his will. His will can't come forth. You see, that's what he was trying to do. Just meet. And what Adam said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Where in the Bible did y'all say he took his flesh? Y'all, this thing's been messed up from the floor. That's why you need to get to the light and understand it in the spiritual realm. It's a lot of stuff that they didn't. Woo. Yeah. But what do you mean? The forgiving is my problem at the moment. It's deep. Wow. Share that with us. Something wrong with my. And if he had no being bringing her, she wasn't with him in the beginning. She was with. Exactly. You see that? You see, she was with the Most High God. You see, she was already with him. So how did he? You know what I'm saying? It just shows you. Flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. I guess he's saying in the flesh. Ooh, so I'm gonna take the both of those and read them. Revelation. Everybody, let's read Revelation 13 this week and Revelation 17 regarding the 7 kings. Wait a minute. But I also believe we are currently in the Revelation 17. Okay. So we maybe need to really read that in Revelation 13 and 17 and see if we can see exactly where we at today. See what y'all put in our hearts and in our vision to see exactly where we at today. That'd be a good thing to do. Yeah. Because with me being in the wilderness, I'm gonna tell you where I see it, but I don't want to scare nobody. You know what I'm saying? It don't look pretty, y'all. It don't look pretty. It don't look good. I'm gonna be honest. It don't look good. But have you all ever thought when Eve was in the garden, update to stay in support? I will. Leave me alone. I will. When Eve was in the garden, you remember when the serpent was said to have tempt, and she said, but he said we are not to eat nor to touch. When y'all said that, where did that lie hit before they committed that act? Somebody talk to me. Where did that lie come from before sin had took place? If sin had not already taken. Somebody answer that. Can anyone know anything about that? What is this about forgiving is my problem at the moment? It's deep. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm not going to press you. Okay, but if you want to share it, maybe we could. What would y'all say that Eve said when Eve said that? He said we are not to eat nor touch. When did Yah charge Adam not to touch? How did that lie get in there before the sin took place? Yes, he was. He was definitely that. But somewhere, a lot took place. You get it? That's why I really believe that it wasn't so much as that what she did, it's what he had already did. And now the men said she was having sex. My Yahoo. My Yahoo. Yeah, he had to have told her. So where's she gonna get it from? She wasn't present when Yah charged Adam. You see? So how does she say something outside of what Yah said to Adam when he charged him? Okay, so you say you think that he's the seventh king. So I look into that and see that. But did you know he cloned, or did you know that? He's 100 clone. But even if he is cloned, he still could be the seventh king. He still can be it. He still could be the seventh. But he's cloned. Just like he did to man do today. Exactly. That's what Yah was saying to me. The reason why we were scattered, okay, is because what we had been doing before when we were in our own land. Read Ezekiel 36. Mess you up. He said we were killing one another. And I need to say I need to stop putting women involved in that. Yah tells it like it is through his prophets. They were men. See, that's why we need to shut up. They want us to shut up. Because Yah, they know that Yah would really refer to use us. Because the way they going now, they ain't teaching these men to pull up their pants. Men walking around with their hands in front of their pants, down in their pants, but they want the white man to respect them. How you want the white man to respect you and you disrespect your creator who put you under his name? How you respecting Yah with your hands down in your pants and your pants coming down? How are you respecting Yah when you dishonoring the one he created to be your helpmate? You're dishonoring his name and who he stands for in all shape, form, and fashion. You don't care. They don't care no more. Nobody cares no more. Yeah, binding is clone. Oh yeah. Next time, get on the internet and take 5 shots of different pictures of him, and you're gonna say, "Oh my Yahoo, that ain't the same man." He has the same beady eyes as Pelosi, and they look like snake eyes. They look like snake eyes. Pelosi, I already knew she was from the beginning. Oh, long time ago. Because I used to always look in her eyes and say, "Father, why am I discerning this?" He said, "What did I tell you to do?" When he gave me the gifts, he want me to use them. But I fight up against it and buckle up against it. I be seeing what I be seeing, but I turn the other side because I know what it is. That's what she carried a lot of clout. Just look at her eyes. You ain't gonna see normal eyes. You won't see normal eyes, you guys. You're gonna see snake eyes. They look just like snake eyes and they dark. Now, when you see Biden eyes, when Obama was in there, and you see his eyes today, or you see him when he was running, right in the beginning, and you see him today, you'll know this is a totally different person. That's why he went in. They had him to go in there signing all those executive orders. It's just keep chaos amongst the people. See, you all, I'm going to tell y'all something. It's over. It's finished. We're running around here talking about, oh, Babylon. This is the ignorance of the men. Babylon coming down. They're going to destroy Babylon. Ooh, yeah, God's going to destroy this. You sick people, Babylon been down. Babylon was down when they first had them people to lose all their houses in 2008. Babylon been down for quite some time. United States don't even own this country. They've been down long time ago. Now, what you're waiting for is the firepower. Outside of that, that's going to be the last part of them, where everybody going to see it burning and smoking. Guess where that's going to come from? A lot of that's going to be burning up from the inside. That means people against people. People going to be setting stuff on fire. This country is going to be destroyed from the inside out. This country is going to be destroyed from the inside out. That means everything inside, they're going to be destroying it from the inside. You can tell the way things are going now. They're going to start, they trying to get the people against the people. They don't care if you white, black, purple, gray, and orange. They don't care. They're trying to get the people against the people. They're trying to start a war against all the people. That's why they want to get the money now to the poor and to the poor, which they know a lot of them are our people. Mexicans, they know it, but that's where they want the war. Why y'all thinking they opening up the borders? They want it to be a good war because they going underground. They getting up out of here. That's why they sending money over to other countries so they can be taken care of somewhere else, because they know that they lost this country a long time ago. Babylon already fallen, not falling, already fell. It's time for it to start cutting up from the floor up now. That's all, from the inside. And that's why I say about the fear and the scare for me is because I see it, what's about to happen. I've seen what's about to happen. And that kind of shakes me. It really does. Yeah, it's already down. It's been down. Yep, Babylon been down. Because when I went to the Father regarding the houses, I said, Father, how can a country take all these people's houses at the same time? He said, Deborah, that's the agreement they made when they didn't pay their debt, is that the other country can own the property over here until they work out something to try to pay their debt. But what 99.9 Negroes on this Deborah platform don't understand, they couldn't meet the obligation. They don't own this. I do know China owns the majority of it. I think Iran do too, to be honest. And we run around here thinking we getting something because we getting a stimulus check. That's money that they making to buy, to cover up, to make us not understand what's really going on and not see it. Or we can get them a few pennies, a drop of a crumb, and send this on over here. And that's all they doing. That's all they doing. They finna get ready. They ain't getting ready. They ain't finished. They ready. They ready to mess up your bank account, close that down, to mess up everything. And it's just gonna come overnight. You'll wake up and things just start like dominoes effect. You're gonna be like, what? No, it's too late, baby. It's too late. And one thing today, I was coming home and the Most High was sharing with me that, Deborah, I'm not coming to interfere with the moves of the beast. I'm not coming to interfere with that. That's why it's got to walk itself out, y'all. That's why everything that was prophesied is in Revelations. Y'all seen all them different things coming out the water and all that got to walk itself out. Y'all ain't finna come down here and stop us, stopping somebody from doing something to us, and we ain't never respected him. He ain't finna do that. But he had the time period when he gonna clean us up to get us to his land. Oh yes, he got a time period for that. And I believe it's gonna be that small remnant gonna be women. It got to be. The small remnant is women. It's gonna be that small remnant, and I don't know what the number is, but I believe 80% of it is gonna be females. I don't think it's gonna be us in this day and time, but I believe it's gonna be 80% will be females. And you ask me why? Because he said how he was going to purge the women. And women, that's a good thing. Purging means I'm not going to destroy you. I'm going to purge you. and get you ready. Get you ready for what? Isaiah 3 and 4 said, holy. Oh, I love it when he said that. He's going to purge you up and down, get you ready for holiness. For holy, which is him. You're going to be called holy. And he said, your men are going to die by the sword. Then he turned around and told me about the dry bones. He said, but Deborah, see, when I take them over there to the land, I'm going to put them in the land. I'm going to charge the land before I get them there to be ready. You got people in the United States of America all over running to Israel, running over to Jerusalem. And guess what? They lost without a cause. Why you say that, Deborah? Yah says the land is desolate. It's defiled. It is desolated in his eyes. It is no good. It's worth nothing. So why you think you over there in that land? Understand what Yah said you in. And you know when he's going to restore it? The mountains, the hills, the greenery. He's going to speak like I am. And he's going to tell them to restore this, restore that. Just like he just said, how in Isaiah, when he was telling it to bring the daughters and the sons, remember when he said that? And he said, blind, I know you can see. He said, blind. No, he said, blind, I know you can see. Come on. Deaf, I know you can hear. Come on. He's telling you, you blind in the flesh. But in the spirit, he calling you to see. You deaf in natural, but I'm calling you now to hear in the spirit. Come on here. See, he's going to be charging you, getting you ready, take you over there. After he's going to charge. He almost, to me, I'm going to tell you what he did. He cursed that land. So when them people think they over there doing something because we over here to Israel, we in Jerusalem, you are lost. You in Yah, he called it a desolated place. It is profane, profane. No, polluted. That's what Yah called it, land. Until he get it together to bring his people home. And he told you in Ezekiel 36 how he's going to tell it to do this and do this and do this, put the greening, and he's going to say the people going to look over and they're going to say, wait a minute, it looks like the Garden of Eden. He's going to prepare, he's going to charge, he's going to talk to that land. Get right now, I'm bringing my sons and daughters over. And you should hear him, he was telling him again, he was telling Ezekiel how he going to do it. But guess what he did, y'all? Let me tell y'all that, and I'm going to let you all go. And let me see. And you know what he told Ezekiel? He told him, he said, them dry bones, he said. In Ezekiel, he talks about once he get the people over there and get the land back to where it should be, right now to Yah, it is polluted. So all the people running over there, that's on them. They ain't in nothing but a polluted land, he said. It is desolated, he said, from his view, from Yah's view. So that shows you the weak-minded of the people who's over there thinking they all this and all that because they over there. But listen to what he said. He said, I'm going to have a multitude of number of men, like a military. That's them dry bones. You can get them together and get them over there to the land. Ain't that deep? But one thing he said, they're going to be men. They're going to be men. And that's what he's going to do. So all that 7 women to 1 man, wake up, y'all. Don't be ignorant and listening to these men all the time. But y'all go over there into Ezekiel 36, and you can go to 35, 36, 37, and see how y'all finna do that land before he get us, not us, but before he get, yeah, I can say us, even though it might be my grandbabies and them, but he's going to get them over there, clean them up, I mean, take them over there, clean them up. But before he get them over there, he gonna already charge the land to get it right. He was telling the land and the mountain, you do this. Y'all don't know the Most High y'all serve. Y'all need to get with him and see how he commune, how he rumble. He really can rumble. And it's beautiful. And then he said, I'm going to have a multitude of men. them dry bones. He's going to have, see, them dry bones had to have been military. Men who fought in a war and got destroyed. You see? And y'all going to bring them back and take them over to the land. He said the land going to be full of multitude of men. You tell me my father ain't right. So that's where they gonna come from. They gonna come from them dry bones. So he's gonna prepare them for them too, for the land that he promised Abraham. Even if he had to bring them from the dead, he said he's gonna fulfill the promise to Abraham. And that's what I'm trying to say to y'all. At least we can recognize and recognize him and honor him. And stop just thinking he just like some old man on the streets. That's right. That's right. You say you ready? You ready, Father? Such a father. It's for. You see that? Fix them up, getting ready. But you know what though? It was something else I was going to say, and it just disappeared. Yeah, you say I'm ready. I'm ready, Father. You know what though? Honestly, to be real, I think I am too. It's just the thought of those 6 children that I had. You know, like I said, outside of that, I think spiritually, I'm totally ready. I remember probably it's been probably 24 years ago. I remember telling me, why don't you just end it all? Just end everything. If it's this bad, just end it all. And I never forget what he said. He said, for what? There's some ain't even born yet. I got plans for. That's deep. He said he got something that wasn't even born that he got plans for. All right. Yes. So, okay, you all, we've been on here 2 hours. Anyone want to leave us with something special to sleep on tonight? Anyone want to leave something with us to sleep on tonight? Anyone got something in their hearts that they can leave us to sleep on? Oh, you got it. You just got to pull it out. Not pull it out, you just got to speak it out. And another thing I was going to share with y'all, the Gentiles, rest in the light. That's it. That's rest in y'all. Yes. And it's the most powerful thing is, guess what? There are Gentiles that have walked in the light. And are walking in the light. The same light we walk in. Can we deny them that? No, we can't. That's why it's really careful. We have to really be careful. If we're going to represent him, we got to represent him in what he stands for. And what he stands for. How can we say his name and know his name, but not represent his name in our walk, in our talk, in our action, the way we think, the way we feel, the way we conduct ourselves, the way we love? Time to be still and let him show his power. That's it. Continue to be strong. So I, Sister Deborah, would say I enjoyed you all in the chat, live chat, and I appreciate you all coming out tonight. I'm sorry that I was running late, but I felt it was important to make sure I get there. So I say I will see you again on live chat. I'll say YouTube live chat. And let us head to the light and desire to walk behind the Most High Yah and in His will. Let us do that. And in the process, let us also, if He's willing, to apologize for all of us that have disrespect His name, and thank Him. See, when we know that He put us under His name, we can still cry out to Him and praise Him and thank Him for it. At least he know He got somebody here that represent His name. At least desire to. That's how he that's all He asking for us to desire, to have respect for His name, the respect that a creator would put us under His name. You see, and that's what He's going to hold on to, not what we say out of our mouth as regarding His name. It's what we have in our hearts as far as respecting His name. So I, Sister Deborah, would say thank you so much. Oh, you was late too? Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Psalms. She says she leaves us with Psalms 91. And I'm going to read that tonight too. I got 3. I got Revelation 13, Revelation 17. Now I got Psalms 91. That's going to be my nighttime snack. That means I'm going to read it. And you know what? It's sad because I probably won't even get out of it. I probably fall asleep in the process because I don't know how. I don't have sense. Y'all know I don't have sense. I'll be in it all night because it's, to me, every verse is saying something to me. Oh, Father. Yeah, every verse is saying something. So I love you all. I appreciate you all from joining in. And we're going to do this again. Okay. But we're going to talk about that Revelation 13 and Revelation 17. That's going to be on the next chat, on the next live screen. So I say to you all, shalom and shalom.